Shalom, Yasharella, giving all praise and glory to the Most High power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. I'm glad that you could join me, and I welcome everybody that's here to hear the word of the Most High and hear some spiritual understanding that a lot of us have not thought about or not even recognized, or maybe not been in your agenda to see. That the Most High show me different things that I try and bring out to the nation, to the whole world. We're a world of Israel. To anyone else that want to listen and take heed, to be able to realize that there's something to behold. As always, I'm going to start with Colossians 3:17. And whatsoever you do in word or deed, do all by Hashem Mashiach Yahushua. Give thanks to the Most High and the Father by Hashem Mashiach Yahushua. So all that we say and do is going to be in the name of the Lord and Savior, going to the Most High on our behalf. While we thank the Most High, in the name of the Lord and Savior, Mashiach Yahushua said in St. John 14:6, it says, I am the way, the truth, and the life. I'm the way to show you how to follow the truth, which is the laws of the Most High that's going to lead to everlasting life. You don't follow his laws, you ain't going to the kingdom. He said, and no man come to the Father but by me. So you ask anything in my name, I will do it. That the Father could be glorified in the Son. If you ask anything in my name, I will do it. If you love me, keep my commandments. So this is what we're dealing with, straight up. So before the throne of the Most High, because he's saying all those words, and all he had to go by was the law and the prophets. He didn't have the books of Paul, who allow you Christians to believe in, more so than the Mashiach Yahushua, who you call, unfortunately, Jesus Christ. Like he got more power than the Mashiach Yahushua. He was putting people to death that called on by Hashem Mashiach Yahushua. When he was Saul, when he was changed and converted, and had to suffer for it by Hashem Mashiach Yahushua, like a lot of y'all probably gonna suffer for it once you realize this is the truth. And hopefully you'll repent and come to the knowledge of the truth. What I want to do today, I'm going to go into the Bible, and I want to show you what it is that I've been going into. The Spirit took me off of what I was going to bring this, because where I've been is in Hosea 5:15. It says, I'm going to go to my place until we as the Israelites acknowledge our offense. And I can't go no further than that, because we got to acknowledge our offense. But if you don't know how you offended the Most High, you just doing whatever you want to do and think it's okay, then you're going to continue to do whatever you do, and the judgment is going to come upon you. You got to stop being robots and robotees, spiritual puppets, hypnotized. You got to stop this. Bewitched in naughtiness. Brain polluted. Y'all be talking about brainwash. Y'all just regurgitate whatever it is that y'all heard Master say. Brainwash. Your brain ain't washed. We washed by the water, by the word of this Bible, the word of the Most High. So if you ain't speaking according to the word of the Most High, what Isaiah 8:20, to the word of to the testimony, they speak not according to this word, because there's no light in them. The light is the law of the Most High. The Mashiach Yahushua is the light. He just example to show us that it can be done. You can follow the laws of the Most High. You got to come out of the spiritual darkness. So that's what I'm looking at with what they put these 5-point pentagrams with a circle around it, that they use to deal with their sorceries and witchcrafts and spells and all that in these verses that I'm going to bring out. Because somebody published the Bibles, and they'll probably have them in your Bibles. They ain't never paid no attention to it. That's why I said we got to become more attentive, more analytical thinkers and seers, for that matter. Or you're going to remain in spiritual darkness. It's not going to matter to you. But then you can't, he got something for you whenever you're going to say, oh, I should have, I wish I could have, but I didn't. When you can now. That's why it's very, very important to see this. Go to, let me show you something. Before we go into all these different scriptures that they have brought about. Go to Luke, the 4th chapter. This is when the Mashiach was fasting for 40 days. Filled with the Spirit. Look at verse 5. So, and the devil, taking him up into a high mountain, showed him all the kingdoms of the world in a moment of time. Now, there's no need to take him back. He's showing him all the kingdoms going to be in the world in moments of time. These are kingdoms that we're in right now. So he showed him all these kingdoms in a moment of time. Like that. Oop. See all that? He's seen all these kingdoms, including where we're at now. And the devil said unto him, all this power will I give you, which is thee, which is you. For all you say, I can't read the Bible because it's these, that's you. That means you. Thee means you. And the glory of them, for that is delivered unto me, and to whomsoever I will, I give it. Why I say the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof, and not wherein who is it. But listen, there's a condition. He said, if thou therefore wilt worship me, all shall be thine. So, this is what's going on. Y'all looking at these people saying, I want to thank God, I want to thank this, that, and the third, but they're not dealing with the Most High power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Let me show you again. See right here? It's the dollar bill. See whose face on it? George Washington, right? Edomite. What did it say on the back? In God we trust. You see? You see the spiritual Israel right here. You see they always had that circle around it. Spiritual Israel. And over here they got the 12 tribes in the claws of the eagle. See? You got the pentagram, not the pentagram, but the shield of David's up here in a circle, all in a circle. Always in a circle. So that's what I'm going to show you in here. These pentagrams in the circle that they deal with their sorceries. But let's go to, so he said, all should be thine to worship me. So you have to show me how they're not worshiping the devil, since he said all should be thine to worship him. That's how you get the power. All this power has been given to the devil. And the devil said, whoever I want to, I can give it to you, but you got to worship me. That's why you look at Revelation 12 and 9, and the great dragon is cast out, that old serpent called the devil, who we just read about in Luke, the 4th chapter, the 5th and 6th verse. And Satan, all these called the same thing, which deceived the whole world. Deceived the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. But he deceived the whole world, right? So, I mean, this ain't no marvel. I mean, the Most High asked Satan in Job, the 1st chapter, where you been, Satan? He said, going up and down, to and fro in the earth. Like y'all do that cross on y'all chest, y'all wear the cross, that's him, to represent him. Going up and down, to and fro in the earth. You look at old, ancient pictures of the deity, the sun god, was like on a cross. Where that cross comes from. This cross ain't nothing new. That started with them putting Mashiach, now I'll say Caesar Borgia on that cross. He was hung on a tree. You see? So now you see, he said, which deceiveth the whole world. The devil. And what color is he? Verse 3. And there appeared another wonder in heaven, right here on this earth. And behold, a great red dragon. See? So they all red. And we know Genesis 25:25 says, and it first came out red all over like a hairy garment. They called his name Esau. Esau became the Edomites, the progenitor of the so-called Caucasian people. I won't say so-called white people, because everybody that's so-called white not necessarily be necessarily a Caucasian or an Edomite, for that matter. Remember, he cursed Gehazi and all this seed with leprosy forever. So they looking like Edomites too. And you have Israelites that might look like an Edomite. So we ain't dealing with the color. We dealing with who they are, point blank. If it fits, you gotta wear it. Like we gotta wear all the things that happen to us. gonna happen to us and happening to us right now. So we know that they are red. They are red. So now that you see, he said, which deceiveth the whole world. How do you see the whole world? Well, it's in 1823. Read the last sentence. It says, for by thy sorceries were all nations deceived. You see that? For by thy sorceries were all nations deceived. So now, when you go to, because Revelation 18th chapter coincides with Isaiah the 47th chapter. Well, I'm not going too fast. I'm trying to slow down because I know sometimes I've been told I go too fast, so I'm gonna try to slow down. But I'm recording, so if you miss something, you can go back and look at it again. Okay. So it's saying that by that their sorceries, they deceive the whole world. So now, when you look at Isaiah the 47th chapter, the first verse says, come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Right? Sit on the ground. That means you're going to be at a low estate. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldees, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Right? So who is this virgin daughter of Babylon? Who's the daughter of Babylon? Hold that. I'm going to come back there. Because remember, how did the devil deceive the whole world? With what? Sorceries, right? So let's go find out who this virgin daughter of Babylon is. In Psalms 137:7. So it reads, remember, O Most High, it's King David crying out to the Most High, the children of Edom, right? We're looking for who this virgin daughter of Babylon is. In the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof. So it tells you what they did in the book of Ezra. 4 and 45. First Ezra 4 in the Apocrypha. First Ezra 4 and 45. And it reads, because David is saying, remember, O Most High, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof, right? Prophesying. So listen what it says in First Ezra 4 and 45. Thou also hast vowed to build up the temple which the Edomites burned when Judea was made desolate by the Chaldees, right? That's the Babylonians under Nebuchadnezzar. Chaldees, Cushites, Ethiopians, same people. Same Babylonians, same people right there. But we look at who this virgin daughter of Babylon is, because I showed you the back of a dollar bill. You see they take it up the ways of Egypt. Babylon, Egypt, Hamites. So now going back to Psalms 137:7 again, it said, remember, O Most High, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof. What did they do? First Ezra 4:45, thou hast also vowed to build up the temple which the Edomites burned when Judea was made desolate by the Chaldees. That's what they did. They burned down our temples, right? So who is the children of Edom according to the Bible? Verse 8 of Psalms 137, it says, O daughter of Babylon. Remember it says in verse 7, remember, O Most High, the children of Edom. Who are they? Verse 8, O daughter of Babylon. See? But Isaiah's called them the virgin daughter of Babylon. So they say, O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed. Happy shall it be that rewarded thee as thou hast served us. Happy shall it be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones. That's what happened to our little ones. So now we establish that the Edomites are this virgin daughter of Babylon. Virgin because nobody's ever touched the land of America so far. You know? So, going back to Isaiah 47th chapter, now that we know that this virgin daughter of Babylon represents the Edomites, and when you go to verse 12, it says, stand now with thine enchantments. Remember, what does Satan say? All could be thine if you do what? Bow down and worship me. So the Most High says, stand now with thine enchantments. Remember, they deceived the whole world. How? With sorceries. Remember, we read that in Revelation 18:23. So now here we are. It says, stand now with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries. Hear that? You got a multitude of sorceries, whereby thou hast labored from thy youth. They always believed in this witchcraft and sorceries and enchantments and psychics and all that. If so be thou shall be able to profit. If so be thou mayest prevail, right? So now it say thou art wearied in the multitude of thy counsels. Let now the astrologers, this is all the things they believe in. You got to do with the Most High. Power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Jacob being the forefather of the 12 tribes of Israel. He said, let now the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators stand up and say thee from these things that shall come upon thee, right? So now, since they're operating a multitude of sorceries, a multitude of witchcrafts, multitude of spells and so forth, now I'm going to go into the scriptures and show you how their attempt to stop the prophecies of the kingdom coming to us, the Israelites, forever. And you're going to hear it. All these scriptures, they put their little symbol of witchcraft on. Multitude of sorceries. So you'll know. 1 Chronicles 17, and we're going to look at verse 12. 1 Chronicles 17 and 12. It said, he shall build me an house, and I will establish his throne forever. 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 This is what these multitude of sorceries signs are. That's what he put them in the Bible. Because understand this. This is really simple to understand. Who is it that published the Bibles? It's not us. We don't publish no Bible. So, whatever they can put in here, they put in. And this is to counteract what it is that you're going to hear in this lesson. Pertaining to all scripture with 5-point hexagram with circles around it. Like I'll show you that the circle always had a circle around it. That circle ring means they got us in captivity. The man and the woman of the Israelites. He said, he shall build me an house, and I will establish his throne forever. That's one of them hexagrams right there with a circle around it. I will be his father, and he shall be my son. And I will not take my mercy away from him, as I took it from him that was before thee. Talking about Saul, King Saul. But I will settle him in mine house and in my kingdom forever. That's what it says. And his throne shall be established forevermore. So all those scriptures right here have their little signs of multitude of sorceries, multitude of witchcrafts, multitude of spells to try and stop this. 2 Samuel 7:14. 2 Samuel 7:14. Say for you that's tuning in, these scriptures that they have placed their little signs in to try and stop the prophecies of what you're hearing right now. Oh, it's really hot. 2 Samuel 7 and 14. He said, I will be his father, and he shall be my son. If he commit iniquity, I will chasten him with the rod of men, and with the stripes of the children of men. But my mercy, which is not getting something you do deserve, shall not depart from him, away from him, as I took it from Saul. That you know, like I said, in 1 Chronicles, it said for the one that was before you. Now it's defining who that was. Like I say, you can understand through the precepts. As I took it from Saul, who was our first king. Who I put away before thee. And thine house and thy kingdom shall be established forever before thee. You see? So, they have these pentagrams with circles around them, and all these scriptures that I'm bringing up, thinking that their multitude of sorceries going to stop this. And it says, and thine house and thy kingdom shall be established forever before thee. Thy throne shall be established forever. I'm trying to stop it. Because look, if I may, I look up Edom. You know, because I deal with all type of topics. It's just a topic that's flowing right now that I haven't seen anybody go into, so I want to make sure that you look at what it is that the elite know that we don't know. It says Edom. This is in the Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary. It says Edom figures prominently, just what they know. It says Edom figures prominently in the prophetic scriptures as the scene of great future judgments. See notably Isaiah 34 and 5, and 6, and Isaiah 63 and 1. You can read down from there, it'll tell you about what's going to go down. It says, she is the only neighbor of the Israelites who was not given any promise of mercy from the Most High. So they know that they're not getting any mercy from the Most High. They don't do anything. They don't publish Bibles. So the Most High have enough in here for us to be able to understand, and everybody should be listening to what we're bringing out as Hebrew Israelites, 12 tribes of Israel, to learn what this Bible is really talking about. Or you can be made to learn, or scripture say you can be put to death. You don't want to serve him because you don't want to serve him. You're not going to learn. You don't want to learn, then remain the same. You say you're going to perish. Isaiah 60 and 12. So now we're going to look at 1 Chronicles 22 and 10. As I'm telling y'all, all these scriptures, you'll see is salvation. A lot of it is salvation to we the Israelites. Forever, because we know we got next forever and ever and ever. 1 Chronicles 22. You got to work to get there though. 1 Chronicles 22 and 10. They got a remnant of all the nations, so y'all should be working to get there too. Get your acts together. 1 Chronicles 22 and 10. He shall build an house for my name, and he shall be my son, and I will be his father, and I will establish the throne of his kingdom over Israel forever. I couldn't say over every nation that I created. He said he's going to establish his throne over Israel. That's the Israelites. Forever. This is what they have in dealing with their multitude of sorceries, putting it there. With their little symbols that they go into witchcraft. Another one is here in Hebrews, 1st chapter and the 5th verse. Hebrews 1 and 5. Mind you, too, you got to look at it for spiritual demon Satan, having them do it, too. Because they dealing with, all of them the same, as I established in the beginning of this. Those that have ears to hear and those that have spiritual eyes to see what you're reading with understanding. So Hebrews 1 and 5. That's what it says. For unto which of the angels said he at any time, thou art my son. This day have I begotten thee. And again, I will be to him a father, and he shall be to me a son. I've been asking this question for some time because it's a question that's being asked. So, this is where they got their little multitude of sorceries here too, with their little symbol. That's what I'm showing you. So, could that be Satan jealous of Mashiach Yahushua? Y'all know about John 3:16, for the Most High so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son, right? Whosoever believe in him shall not perish but have everlasting life. His only begotten son, that's what it's asking here. For unto which of the angels, Satan is a spirit, angel, they all rolling together in the same spirit. You said all could be thine if you do what? Bow down and worship me. So they all together in this. It's just a lot of y'all, like I said, I gotta say it again, y'all a bunch of robots, robot tees, spiritual puppets, y'all hypnotized, y'all in spiritual darkness, y'all dealing with y'all being bewitched and naughtiness, your brain is polluted. You gotta stop saying brainwashed. Because your brain was washed, you would have the total truth. But no, y'all brains is polluted. He put things out there and y'all regurgitating everything that he said. Answer this question. Hebrews 1 and 5. For unto which of the angels said he at any time, thou art my son? This day have I begotten thee. And again, I will be to him a father, and he shall be to me a son? What angel? So naturally, Satan got an attitude about him not being the son. And all those little imps on the left side ain't the son. And you got the angel on the right side. They trembling. These angels trembling before the Most High. But they got their little symbol there. Y'all gotta hear this. Luke, the first chapter. Luke, the first chapter. I'm giving you all these scriptures, and they put their little sorcery, witchcraft symbols and spells upon it. That could be why people be reading the Bible and can't see different things. Eyes can't see. I mean, the Most High, King David prayed for that though. So it's gonna come. It's gonna be just the way he says it's gonna be. Luke, the first chapter, and the 31st to the 33rd verse. Luke 1 and 31. And behold, thou shalt conceive in thy womb, and bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name Yahushua. He shall be great, and shall be called the Son of the Highest. Oh yeah. Wouldn't that bother Satan? Wouldn't that bother the devil? Wouldn't that bother the dragon and the serpent and all those that are following him, from the Edomites on down to our people, 2/3 of our people? Wouldn't that bother him? He shall be called the Son of the Highest. If he's not called that, he's not recognized as that. But y'all want to say, y'all read the book of Enoch, and y'all want to say the sons of the Most High are those that appeared in Genesis 6 chapter. Prove it. Why y'all not naming those sons of the Most High that he asked them the question, what angel have he ever said, I'm his father? What angel have he ever said, that's my son? Wouldn't that create a problem with those that are angels? So you ain't none of my son, I ain't none of your father. Listen what it says. He shall be great, He shall be great, and shall be called the Son of the Highest. Same Son of the Highest that we just read about in Hebrews 1 and 5. And the Most High power shall give unto him the throne of his father David, who came out of the tribe of Judah. And he shall reign over the house of Jacob, over the family of Jacob, the Israelites, forever. And of his kingdom there shall be no end. You understand this? Of his kingdom there shall be no end. So once his kingdom comes in, there shall be no end to his kingdom. Right? Are you with me? They put their sorceries right there. This is what we're looking at. Everywhere I'm going is where they put their multitude of sorceries in to try and deviate or try and change what it is that is written. Because they publish the Bibles. Straight up. But the Most High got his hand in it. Go to Daniel, the 7th chapter. I keep hearing and seeing forever, over and over again. Daniel, the 7th chapter, and 13. Well, let's go to Acts 1 and 9 first, because it's very important that you see how this all goes together. Acts 1 and 9. Yep. And when he has spoken these things, this is Mashiach Yahushua, when he has spoken these things, when he had walked the earth for 40 days, he gave them instructions. While they beheld, he was taken up, and a cloud, which is a chariot of the Most High, received him out of their sight. Right? So this cloud, I say, is a chariot. We got to prove it. Go to Psalms 104. Psalms 104. We're proving that those clouds are chariots or vehicles of the Most High. Psalms 104 and 3. Who layeth the beams of his chambers in the waters, who maketh the clouds his chariots. So the clouds are the vehicles of the Most High and the angels. He maketh his clouds his chariot, who walketh upon the wings of the wind. Okay? Now, we go to Psalms 68, I believe it is. And 17. Psalm 68 and 17, it says, the chariots of the Most High, which we know are vehicles, like they call flying saucers, they call them UFOs, unidentified flying objects. We call them IFOs, identified flying objects. We know they're the chariots of the Most High, who we read about right here. With understanding. Psalm 68 and 17 says, the chariots of the Most High are 20,000, even thousands of angels. See? So the angels are in the chariots. The Most High power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob is among them, as in Sinai, in the holy place, right? So we now we know that it said, while they beheld, Mashiach Yahushua was taken up in the clouds, right? So now, what happened when he went up in the clouds? And they have their multitude of sorceries. That's what we're looking at right here. In Daniel 7:13, it says, I saw in the night visions, and behold, one like the Son of Man, who came with the clouds of heaven. This is a Mashiach Yahushua, the Son of Man, coming with the clouds of heaven, with the angels, and the chariots of the Most High. The IFOs, identified flying objects, right? It came to the Ancient of Days, that's the Most High, and they brought him near before him. All these scriptures I'm reading right here, you got their little multitude of sorcery symbols on them. And there was given him dominion and glory and a kingdom, that all people, nations, and languages should serve him. You hear that? That all people, nations, and languages should serve him. His dominion is an everlasting dominion. It's everlasting, y'all. Forever. Everlasting dominion, which shall not pass away, and his kingdom, that which shall not be destroyed. Not be destroyed. Verse 15, they had it too. I, Daniel, was grieved in my spirit in the midst of my body, and the visions of my head troubled me. You see, Most High showing me these visions. But you see over and over again, the kingdom that's going to last forever. This is what it said again. And there was given him dominion and the glory and a kingdom, that all people, nations, and languages should serve him. His dominion is an everlasting dominion, which shall not pass away. That means forever and ever and ever. And his kingdom, that which shall not be destroyed. So they got their multitude of sorceries symbol right here on these scriptures. All these scriptures I'm bringing out. So, that's what I said. They say that all people, nations, and languages should serve him, right? So, Isaiah 60 and 12. I called it, let's go there. Just in case these other nations that are not of the 12 tribes of Israel don't want to serve him. Isaiah 60 and 12. Well, the Bible got all the answers. It's just a matter of knowing how to answer the questions. This is what it says, Isaiah 60 and 12. For the nation and kingdom that will not serve thee shall perish. Yeah, those nations shall be utterly wasted. Utterly wasted. See? So, that's why I say, it behooves anyone that hears my voice to want to learn this, live this, and apply it in their life. He ain't playing when he, like I say, no mercy, man. The mercy and grace going to be lifted up. It's going to be judgment. That's why we have an opportunity to get it right while we're in these mortal bodies. If not, then you're going to miss out. Now, this chapter, they went all the way to 18. From 1 to 18. Psalm the 72nd chapter. All the multitude of sorceries on every verse, all the way from 1 to 18. Let's read what it says. Give the king thy judgments, O Most High, and thy righteousness unto the king's son. He shall judge thy people with righteousness, and thy poor with judgment. You know what the righteousness is? Deuteronomy 6:25. Keeping the commandments of the Most High, keeping the laws of the Most High. That's how you're going to judge. Remember, I read to you how you're going to be killing the nations in 2 Ezra 13 and 38. You're going to be killing them without labor by the law. You're not going to get away from it. The mountains shall bring peace to the people, and the little hills by righteousness. See? By righteousness, by keeping the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High. He shall judge the poor of the people. He shall save the children of the needy, and shall break in pieces the oppressor. They got their shields to try and, not shields, but their pentagrams with the circles around it. So these prophecies will not happen through their great multitude of sorceries. Are you with me? All these scriptures I'm giving you, they have their little witchcraft here. But listen what it's saying. And they put it there to counteract what it is that the Most High is saying. through the prophet King David. He shall judge the poor of the people. He shall save the children of the needy and shall break in pieces the oppressor. I want to hear that. They shall fear thee as long as the sun and moon endure throughout all generations. He shall come down like rain upon the mown grass, as showers that water the earth. In his days shall the righteous flourish, and abundance of peace so long as the moon endures. It ain't going nowhere. The moon's still here. Gonna be there. He shall have dominion also from sea to sea. All these got their little symbols of a multitude of sorceries on. He shall have dominion also from sea to sea, and from the river unto the ends of the earth. They shall dwell in the wilderness. They that dwell in the wilderness shall bow before him, and his enemies shall lick the dust. The kings of Tarshish and of the isles, meaning the islands, shall bring presents. The kings of Sheba and Sheba shall offer gifts. Yeah, all kings shall fall down before him. All nations shall serve him. For he shall deliver the needy when he crieth, the poor also, and him that have no helper. He shall spare the poor and needy, and shall save the souls of the needy. He shall redeem their soul from deceit and violence. Hear that? He'll redeem their soul from deceit, from the lies that you tell him, and the violence that you bring forth. And precious shall their blood be in his sight. And he shall live, and to him shall be given of the gold of Sheba. Prayer also shall be made for him continually, and daily shall he be praised. There shall be an handful of corn in the earth upon the top of the mountains. The fruit thereof shall shake like Lebanon, and they of the city shall flourish like grass of the earth. His name shall endure forevermore. Forever. His name shall be continual as long as the sun, and men shall be blessed in him. All nations shall call him blessed. Blessed be the Most High power, the power of Israel, who only doeth wondrous things. So, all those scriptures had their sign of their multitude of sorceries on them. Look at Revelation 3 and 21 and 22. Revelation the 3rd chapter, 21 and 22. I know what 20 says, so they didn't have it on verse 20, but they had it on 21 and 22. Let's read 20, but they have it on 21 and 22. Verse 20 says, Behold, I stand at the door and knock. If any man hear my voice and open the door, I will come into him and will sup with him and he with me. So you make it through. That's what they got. They have their little witchcrafts, sorceries, spells on these two scriptures, 21 and 22. And to him that overcometh, will I grant to sit with me in my throne, even as I also overcame and am set down with my Father in his throne. He that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches, which are the 12 tribes of Israel. We're the church. All these man-made religions and churches that they have right now, the church are the Israelites. Point blank, without a shadow of a doubt. Look at Psalm 7. And let's read verse 37 and 38. Psalm 7, Acts 7, 38. We're going to concentrate on verse 38, but we're going to read verse 37 and 38. Acts 7, 37 7. This is that Moses, which was unto the children of Israel, a prophet that said, which said unto the children of Israel, Salakia, a prophet shall the Most High your power raise up unto you of your brethren, like unto me. Him shall ye hear. Talk about a Mashiach Yahushua. And say, this is he, this is what it says, this is he that was in the church, in the wilderness with the angel. See? Who's in the wilderness? Who came out of Egyptian captivity and went into the wilderness? The 12 tribes of Israel. That's who the Most High is dealing with. You know, we had strangers that was with us, but the Most High said, go tell the children of Israel over and over again. Like I said, they was able to learn whatever we learned. Like you should be learning whatever it is that I'm teaching at this time. And you want to be a remnant of those other nations that's going to be in the kingdom, our kingdom. That's what he said is going to last forever and ever and ever. So, they have, I'm just establishing where the church is. That's where the church is. I don't know if they had the signs there. I'm just establishing the fact that the church are the 12 tribes of Israel, period. Now, Luke 22 and 30. You got their sorcery on this scripture. Luke 22 and 30. That ye may eat and drink at my table in my kingdom, and sit on thrones judging the 12 tribes of Israel. How are they going to judge the 12 tribes of Israel? They say we've already been done away with. But you see, they got their little multitude of sorceries here. This is the kingdom that we read in the Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary. Edom figures prominently in the prophetic scriptures as a scene of great future judgment. She's the only neighbor of the Israelites who is not given any promise of mercy from the Most High. They published in the Bibles, why wouldn't they put it there? He said, they're dealing with multitude of sorceries. Remember, they deceived the whole world? They deceived all the nations by their sorceries. And we know that there's multitude of sorceries, multitude of witchcrafts, multitude of spells. So this is one that they put in actually in the Bible. Just listen to mostly all these scriptures so far is giving us the understanding of the kingdom. Look, Luke 22 and 30. They got their little multitude of sorceries here. That ye may eat and drink at my table in my kingdom, and sit on thrones, that's power from authority, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. See, they want the kingdom to last forever. Psalms, the 2nd chapter, verse 6. Have you noticed a pattern yet? Of where these sorcery symbols are put? Psalms 2 and 6. It says, yet have I set my king upon my holy hill of Zion. Yet have I set my king upon my holy hill of Zion. And Zion represents the 12 tribes of Israel. See? So, still, then you know what they're dealing with and trying to offset what it is that has been established by the Most High for the future of Mashiach Yahushua. You just said the 12 apostles gonna sit on thrones judging the 12 tribes of Israel. Who is Zion? Isaiah 51 and 16. I'm just defining how you're going to it said, yet have I set my king upon my holy hill of Zion, that it represents the Most High's people, the 12 tribes of Israel. Who is Zion? Isaiah 51:16. And I have put my words in thy mouth, and I have covered thee in the shadow of my hand, that I may plant the heavens and lay the foundations of the earth, and say unto Zion, thou art my people. See? Who's the Most High's people? My people, right? One scripture you can go to is Exodus 3:10. This just giving precepts to give understanding of what he's saying. I'll let you know when they put the multitude of sorceries on in this Bible. Exodus 3:10. Come now therefore, and I will send thee unto Pharaoh, that thou mayest bring forth my people, who's the Most High people, the children of Israel, out of Egypt. We are all 12 tribes were in the Egyptian captivity. Okay? So like I said, I'll be precepting here and there, but I'm going to let you know for sure the scriptures that have their great multitude of sorceries on. We're going to one right now. Psalms 89, and y'all look at what's being said. Pay attention to what's being said. Where they put their symbol of great multitude of sorceries there. Psalm 89:34. And this is something that every nation can listen to and understand. Psalms 89:34 through 36. My covenant will I not break. That covenant will he not break. So who is the covenant with? These are the scriptures that have the multitude of sorceries on that I'm giving you. Now when I precept, I'm not saying that go to another scripture to say, like I said, say my covenant, I define who the covenant is. I'm not saying that these scriptures have it on them, because they're not in my list of the 5-point stars. I'm just giving you understanding. He says covenant. Who's the covenant with? Psalms 105:8 through 10. Psalms 105:8 through 10. He have remembered his covenant forever. This is a contract agreement. How long? Forever. The word which he commanded to 1,000 generations, which covenant he made with Abraham, and his oath unto Isaac, and confirmed the same unto Jacob. That's 3 men. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. For a law. You hear that? And to Israel, meaning the 12 tribes of Israel,